And he said, "What should I do? The Lord will do what he's promised. Shall the shadow go forward 10 steps? So should I hasten the rotation of the earth or go back?" And Hezekiah, with the nerve of a gambler, he had a cast iron stomach. He's dying, and yet he's got the nerve to tell God what he wants. I think this is so amazing. He said, well, it's simple to make the shadow go forward 10 steps, which is a ridiculous statement. Have it go backwards. So the prophet Isaiah called upon the Lord, and the Lord, are you listening? Look around you in the pew. This is no time to be dozing. We're at crunch time here. Just make a spot check that everybody's alert. This is the grand finale. Are you watching? The Lord made the shadow go back the 10 steps it had gone down on the stairway of Ahaz. One of two things happened here, and the Bible doesn't tell us enough info. Either God did the extraordinary thing of bending sunlight to move, he refracted the sunlight backwards so that the shadow went backwards. Only God could do something as cool as that. A God who has no limits, a God who is above the laws of physics. Or do you know what else he might have done? Changed the rotation of the earth. How could he do that without... It would be like you traveling 100 miles an hour in your car and slamming on the brakes and throwing it in reverse. Your passengers would all go through the windshield. We're all traveling at thousands of miles per hour by the movement of the earth, and he slams it in reverse and goes backwards. How did he do that without killing anybody, without anybody noticing? That's how big your God is. That's whom we worship. That's who's got everything under control. That's the God who says, I am with you always. Why do you worry? That's the God who says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. My strength is bigger than your trouble. That's the God who says, I can hear everything you say to me. That's the God who says, my heart beats with compassion for you. That's the God who said, my forgiveness is big enough to cover the whole world. That's the God who says, call upon me in the day of trouble. I will hear you. I will deliver you. And you will glorify me. That's the God who's open 24/7 whenever you need him. That's the God who bends low, and when you turn your face to the wall and cry out, the God whose heart is touched and who does things even when there's risk, like knowing that extra 15 years he's going to give Hezekiah means he's going to give birth to a wretched, rebellious, evil son who's going to take over the kingdom and drive it into the ground. He did it anyway as a gift to Hezekiah.